Can I just say it's incredibly cringe when a guy who's not rich is worried about a gold digger. It's like me living in the desert, worried every night that I'm going to drown to death. It's not in your realm of reality. Also, rich men don't have a problem with gold diggers. Rich men know that their lifestyle is what sets them apart from other men, and they want a woman who's attracted to that because she then appreciates what he's bringing to the table. So the idea that broke men worry about gold diggers is embarrassing.
Yo, man, what's the word, man? Listen, this your boy Earth Flynn. This is Be Greater Podcast. Y'all like, Earth, where you been at? You know how Chicago be. Like, listen, it's hard to explain if you ain't here. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know. Just understand, I apologize. I am humbly thankful and I do oblige that y'all are here today to see my pretty mug. Listen, I got a video for today, right? Listen, the pretty woman that you synced in the intro, one of my subscribers threw me on like, Earth, you need to go check her out, man. Listen, tell me what you think. I checked her out. Like, I like her mind. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You could tell that you probably can't run no game on her. You gotta be a straight shooter, and that's cool. Like, listen, sometimes you gotta be real, you know? And realness is always what's preferred, correct? But look, I got a couple videos, talking to my fellas. I looked at my statistics, it's like 90% men, but I gotta listen. Ladies, listen, I am thankful that y'all are here. I need y'all to tune in, give me some engagement. And I got a video. Let's start off with the first video, right? Check out on TikTok too.
Have you ever wondered why attractive women tend to be batshit crazy and may get jealous and possessive over innocent acts such as nights out, holidays, starting a new workplace? There's actually a reason for this. It's because attractive women tend to see men at their worst. This might be the fact that wherever they go, whether it's the gym, the work, they get hit on by men. They may have also witnessed men who are in committed relationships or marriages willing to risk it all in order to be with them. So they develop an association between men and infidelity. Because less attractive women are less likely to come across this type of behavior, they have a sense of naivety about what men do when they're at their worst. Whereas attractive women get an insight that leaves them feeling very insecure due to their own personal experiences.
And that's called reality, right? Pretty women are more innately aware of human natures by the time they're 18 than most men are by the time they're 30. Just especially if they're beautiful. The engagement that she's going to get just from walking down the street is going to be crazy, right? The amount of, she can't go to a bar, she can't pump her gas, she's going to be reading energy and people all day, right? So she knows what time it is, right? So when you out there on those streets, she paranoid because she know human nature. She know how a man will act in an honest moment, and she know how women will act in an honest moment. Right? So she's just trying to protect her investment the same way a man is, right? Where you going looking like that? I already know what time it is. Like, listen, like dudes who date strippers and stuff, I don't know how they do it. That's crazy. Like, I don't know how they compartmentalize
why women hate nice guys. Now, this is an absolute myth. Women do not hate nice guys. Instead, what they don't like is men that lack masculine traits. Now, nice guys tend to be ones that also lack other masculine traits such as dominance, confidence. As a result, their overall package is less attractive, and they tend to blame their nice nature as to why they're not successful with women. Whereas if you meet a nice man who's highly masculine, risk-taking, strong, dominant, he's not going to have problems getting women. So if you are a nice guy who struggles, ask yourself, do you have the other masculine traits that women find attractive?
Are you listening? Right? Why you sitting here like, listen, I open the doors for her. Listen, I pay your bills. And the only thing you is just like a nice guy. And you wonder why Tyrone is getting what you want, right? And she might circle back around in her late 30s and, come back and hit you up like, you know what? You're the safe pick, right? But you do not turn her primal nature on. That's what this lady just said. She's a doctor. She said it eloquently. I'm gonna break it down. Like, listen, bro, listen. Long story short, you don't turn her on like that, right? You don't give her that feeling to make her want to act like a girl, like act like a woman, act like a lady, however you want, act soft. You don't make her feel like she want to act soft around you, right? You don't give her that. She don't get that butter. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. That is what she's saying. So listen, you can listen to the doctor, the PhD. You can listen to the brother with the uneducated opinions. In my honest opinion, we're gonna get to the same solution, right? And as she continue to drop jewels, we're gonna continue to go down this breadcrumb path that she is dropping, right? What else she got to say? Can we get
So
another
should the
one?
man love the woman more in the relationship, or should a woman love the man more? Now, I don't know the answer to this, but what I do know, is when a woman loves a man more than he loves her, that relationship stands a better chance of lasting a really long time. The reason being is that men are very capable of staying in a relationship with a woman that they're not madly in love with, but as long as she loves him and she's loyal to him and she's looking after the kids, they will stay put because they tend to be more loyal to the cause. Even if they might step out and do a nonsense, they will stay loyal to the cause because
Even if they're goofy, you know, they'll come back to the cause. Cause man, simple like that. Like, listen, I told my OG, like, listen, man, it's simple. Most things that men do, the average man, like, listen, they in some kind of way is doing it to in the pursuit of a woman, right? Like, it's supposed to be you're doing it for you. Listen, a lot of dudes, they wired wrong. They whole foundation is based on sand, and as soon as it rains, it's gonna be out of there, right? Right. But what she is saying though, if you listen, man, love yourself, not in an arrogant, humble way, but but if you are willing to die for her on a random Tuesday, the least you can do is make sure she absolutely love you, right? And you cannot be so infatuated that you're no longer being logical, right? Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be the leader, provider, protector, all that good stuff, right? So you can't be out here selling yourself short. You got to be greater. You got to be balanced. You got to be, right? Knowledge yourself, self-empowerment. That's the path we on, right? And she is continuously breaking down the breadcrumbs for how you can be greater. I hope y'all listening. Hope y'all listening. I hope y'all is listening to
the
what
number
she is
one thing
saying.
that all women secretly want is simply leadership. Women just like leadership, especially in the beginning of a relationship. What this means is set a time, set a day, initiate contact. They like to feel led in the beginning stages. And then after a while, when they start to feel safe in the idea that
You
you
dropping.
have feelings for them and you're serious about them, then they can start taking more initiative. But in the beginning stages, they like to feel led. So making wishy-washy.
So listen, basically what she's saying is be him, right? If you go be him, be assertive, be there, right? You go do what you do what you say, whatever you say, mean it. Say it with assertive. Say it like you know for a fact this is a 1,000% it, right? Girls like that, confidence, right? The like, dang, you just go walk up in front of all these people. Yeah, what's up? How you doing? You know, next week Thursday, I meet you somewhere. Matter of fact, here, put my number in your phone. Like, listen, be assertive. You know, girls like that. That shows that you got the courage, and then and the charisma to to be a leader. And girls are naturally innately drawn to that, right? So now it comes for she can like you for for who you are, or she can like you for what you provide. It's always going to be in your best interest, fellas, for a woman to like you for who you are and not what you provide. And it's that simple. That's the difference. The difference is so crazy. I let her tell the difference.
Women have no rules for men that they like. Now, this is very true. A woman that might be very difficult to access will become easier to access to a man who's a celebrity, an athlete, a CEO. The reason for this is that those men, without saying a single word, have established that they are a valuable man, and therefore they do not have to put in as much work. And the average guy is trying to attract a woman. He has to show her that he's worth an investment. Whereas a man who is an athlete, celebrity, CEO has a...
And listen, she is talking on a macro level. If we talk on a micro level, we talking your little neighborhood, your little hood, your projects, your school, your church, your union, your job, right? The store manager, he the dude that he probably, if he had any kind of, the store manager with masculinity and swag can get any girl in the store, right? The deacon with masculinity, little swag, he can get almost all the girls and women in the congregation, right? The politicians with a little charisma, masculinity, listen, even if they don't, as long as you're in positions of power, women gonna be drawn to you. But if you got that, the stereotypical you him, masculine frame, you live in your true self, oh my God, it's gonna be crazy. Like the energy is gonna be inevitable. It's like, so be it in the key to getting a woman to like you, it starts with you. It's before the woman even gets involved in anything. Take women out of the equation. It starts with you. You gotta work on you, get you right. You gotta believe in you. You gotta believe in you, right? You can't be out here trying to have your girlfriend be your mama. None of that. You gotta believe in you. It starts with knowledge yourself, building yourself up, and being greater. And that's why we're here, right? That's why we are here talking about this on Be Greater Podcast. Listen, one of my subscribers, like I said, put me on to this woman with the beautiful eyes, with the little silhouette, with the, listen, boy, I'm trying to tell you, listen, she a pretty lady. I give her so when she talk about beauty, and she a doctor, listen, trying to run the game on her is probably impossible. She done been around the sharpest, and she educated, boy, listen, she a loaded gun. I dated a psychiatrist once upon a time. That's a whole podcast. Listen, but she was a dope individual. And long story short, like when people wake up and understand human nature, understand what you're doing, understand what men like, what women like, you could be such a greater version of yourself. You could be a creep. How you think pimps win it? The only reason pimps are allowed to move how they're allowed to move, because they take the knowledge that she give and twist it into some manipulative type stuff, or you can use it in the honest, humble way to make you greater, right? Start with yourself, build you up, be a greater man, get on your purpose. Then everything else will come, but she just laid down the blueprints. She is a trained doctor, right? I'm just a dude with uneducated opinions. You can choose to believe who you want to choose to believe. Listen, I am not mad at you. Long story short, my name is Earthwind. This is Be Greater Podcast. Y'all know the vibes, right? Be Greater Die. What's up? I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Be Greater Podcast. It's your boy Earthwind. I just want to say please hit the subscribe button and salute to everybody that's rocking with me. Yeah.